I look beat. Maybe this is not... Okay. Hey, welcome! I'm glad you're here. I have posted like 3 separate times for like questions to do on a YouTube video, so here we are. I'm gonna finally use those. I'm also gonna use this as an opportunity to talk about anything. So, number 1, let's see. Okay, we're just gonna do categories, I think, because there's like a main 3 things. And I'll go into each of them, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's just start with the basics. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm 23 years old. I turned 24 on July 25th. I have a younger sister named Nicole, who is my heart and soul. She's 20? She's 20. Is she? Yes, she's 20. She is sophomore, gonna be a junior at A&M. I graduated from A&M in 2023. I was born in Panama City, Panama. I have 3 citizenships, American, in order. Panamanian is first. I think Mexican and American were just at the same time. My mom is Mexican, my dad's American. So those citizenships were just kind of put in for me. I have my naturalization certificate from America, actually. I don't know if I have like a... No, that's what it is. Whenever I have to show like my like Americanness. One time I didn't have an ID, and so I like to the bar, and I had to bring them my naturalization certificate of like, where it's like, Andrea Marie Wallace of Panama is a naturalized American citizen or whatever, because I don't have like an American birth certificate, obviously, duh. But yeah, anyways, I have an older sister who is like 47, 50, something like that. She has 2 kids who are amazing and beautiful and my sweet little children, but they live really, really far away. They live in Washington. My dad lives in New York. I lived in New York for a year, and then me and my sister spent the rest of our childhood in New York a few times a year. I'll love it so much, so much, and I'm so lucky. Like, are you kidding? What do you mean, like, I spent the ages of like 9 through 17 like gallivanting around New York? You kidding? I didn't know how good I had it at the time either. Believe me, I was throwing fits all the time. We moved from Panama to the US when I was 8 or 9. I had to relearn English. Learn it for the most part in Panama because I would speak to my mom in Spanish, my dad in English, so I like could like da-da-da-da-da with both of them. But when I moved here, I sounded like Dora the Explorer, truly. So I kind of had to like... And now you can never tell. You can never tell, could you? That's like the basic parts. I have a dog named Dudley. Dudley! He's right there. He doesn't like to move. He's literally... Dudley. Dudley, come here. Come here, Bubba. Come say hello. He's my best friend. He's everything. I got him for free. He's a black golden doodle. He's almost 3 on July 5th or 3rd. It's one or the... I know it's not the 4th. It's either the day before or the day after. I need to look. I am engaged to William Hunter Eisenhart, the love of my life, everything to the world. Everything in the world is him. He's perfect. He's the most wonderful and kind man I've ever met in my life. Don't deserve him. Not one bit. Okay, those are the basics. What else? What are the other ones? Okay, now into the fun part. Or like the big one. This is the big one. My daughter, Ella Jane, would be 4 in June. At the end of this month, she'd be turning 4. June 27th, 2021, she was born. I got pregnant when I was 19 with Hunter in college. I don't even know how to start talking about that right now because it's like that's like a 2-hour video on its own. Long story short, I don't know if I should do this like this. Okay, whatever. Literally, if you're watching this, you already know probably because like these are literally just my friends. But yeah, I got pregnant when I was 19. It was like a few months after it was a few months after Hunter and I met. Got pregnant. We thought we were doing an open adoption, and then she was born when I was 26 weeks pregnant, which if that's like 4 months. 4 months pregnant? I still had like 3 months left. She was 3 months early, yes. So yeah, she was born very early. She was a pound when she was born. There's a picture of her next to a pen, and they're the same size. When she was born early, obviously we were now like, oh my goodness, let's figure this out. Like, we're gonna have to pick parents, fast, whatever. Long story short, we decided that the Lord wanted, she was ours. She was ours. We spent, so then, we were in the NICU. She was, obviously she was in the NICU. How do I, see, like, I talk about this all the time very normally, but I'm putting this, like, in a way that's, like, okay to put on the internet. Unfortunate, I'm not laughing. I'm not. Obviously, I'm not laughing. But, like, how do I talk about this online? But I talk about this all the time, but I think just doing it in front of a camera this is the first time I've ever done that. But after 7 months in the NICU, not Hunter, Ella, okay, Hunter and I stayed in school. This isn't working. Hunter and I, with the love and help of our family and friends, were able to stay in school while Ella was in the NICU, and we had all our plans for how we were going to be her parents and stay in school, care for all her needs. She had a trach, so she had a little thing in her neck, and we learned how to take care of that. So, like, that's a secret skill of mine that I can do. I can, a trach, if anyone needs it, hit me up. Great with babies. After 7 months in the NICU, Ella unfortunately passed away. And that is its own book. That's not even, I don't, like, I'm, like, laughing and it sounds silly because I'm just, like, I talk about this all the time. I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time talking about it right now. But I love talking about Ella. Please ask me about Ella. Don't ever be afraid to ask me about Ella. She's literally everything to me. Her story is everything to me. Our story is everything. Hunter is everything. Like, our family and our friends are everything. The way that God orchestrated. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. So that's gonna be its own thing one day. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I'm just gonna, I do want to write a book. Not just on Ella, but like on, I don't know. Is that like self-centered? Okay, next. On a lighter note, I'm getting married in January of 2027. Hunter is my sweet angel. He is perfect and awesome, and his family is literally a godsend to me. They've literally just taken me in as I am theirs, and it's beyond me how someone loves me so much that, like, I don't know. They're just amazing, and he's amazing, and we have a venue, and we have a date, and we have our church. Someone just texted me and told me to start a podcast. No, literally, let's start with this. Let's do this for a little bit. The priest who's doing our wedding ceremony is the same priest who was with us all throughout Ella. He was actually the first person I went to whenever we got back from a really, I'm not scared of telling, like, I tell people these things all the time, and I'm very proud of these things, but, like, putting it online just opens up for so much criticism, and I'm like, so maybe I'm not ready to share that part yet, but okay, Father Chris, amazing. He walked with us through my pregnancy, through Ella being in the NICU, like, baptized her in the NICU, came there, all the things, like, set up, like, literally helped us with groceries and gas money and, like, insane. And all the people, yeah. And so he is doing our wedding ceremony in the same church. And so that is just so special. And then we're having the reception at a hotel ballroom nearby. And I don't even get me started on that. There are so many people that have helped with that, that we get to have our dream wedding, which don't know how. Then the biggest questions I got, or like the most common, were just like on like my fitness, but like that's not the biggest part of my life, and so I don't, well, kind of is. I don't know. Should I talk about that? Maybe I will. Okay, let's talk about it. I grew up overweight my entire life. I like teetered back and forth between being like a healthy weight and even extremely overweight at certain points, like very opposite ends of this, like all of it. I didn't really ever play sports. I played sport, like I was in dance when I was like 3 or 4. When we were still in Panama, I think I did sports, and then we moved to the US, that just kind of stopped completely. I don't know why necessarily, but then it kind of just stayed like that. And then like I did dance for a year in high school, and I did cross country for like 2 months. That did not last long. I was not a runner. And then I played tennis for a year for fun. Was I good? No. I don't know why I was even on the team. I don't know how they let me on. But I was just hanging out. Then I got to college, and like I still like would just either be like, okay with the way that like my body looked, but I never felt good. I was never strong. Like I didn't ever have any like physical strength mentally in the way that I looked or in the way my body moved. Came to college, then I was in a relationship my freshman year. It was really hard and gained a bunch of weight. Then COVID also gained a bunch of weight. I was mentally in the worst place ever of my entire life, as were a lot of people during that time. And I also had just never had a good concept of food. And I realized recently that I have it's just like a food addiction, because growing up, that was always the only thing, like that was what I had to help me in any situation ever. And there's a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff going on at the time. And food was just constantly readily and honestly too much available to me, and it became an idol, and it is now something that I'm working through. But so then I got pregnant. See, then like I lost weight again. I was like okay for a little bit, and then I got pregnant. And anytime that I lost or gained weight, neither was ever on purpose. Okay, I just blacked out. What was I talking about? Oh, okay, so I got pregnant and then gained. So honestly, the pregnancy isn't what made me gain weight. Like, yes, like obviously I gained weight from having a baby in my stomach, and obviously like I was eating like I was pregnant. But I honestly was skinnier right after I was pregnant than I was for the next year and a half. Because while Ella was in the NICU, it was an hour and a half away. We're in school, and we are driving there and back every single day. And so what are we doing all day? We are sitting all day, because in the NICU, we're holding her all day. So we're sitting down in the NICU all day, eating fast food only, basically. Very rarely not. Especially just like in college, you already do that, let alone in this situation. Whatever. All of that for 7 months. I end up so unhealthy, and I kind of like knew it. I don't think I knew, but I like knew, kind of. Like I knew I didn't like how I looked. I knew that. And I met my friend Liddy, one of my best friends on this planet. Literally, low-key saved my life sometimes. Oh, I could talk about all my friends. I literally could make a video on all my bridesmaids. Should I do that? That's what this is. No, I need to stay on track here. I'll make like a full wedding video. Oh. So then I met Liddy, and she worked at Orange Theory at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, fun, like I'll come hang out. And I like don't know why, I was so confident. I was like, yeah, I'll come take this Orange Theory class. Hadn't worked out in like a year and a half, was like so much heavier. And not that obviously you can still work out. I did. There's so many people that do. You should. But I remember being like, yeah, let's go. Let's go to this Orange Theory class. I don't know what I was on, but thank God that I was on it. Took a class, and I was like, okay, I'm signing up. And I remember just being like, okay, here we go. And so I worked out consistently there for I was working out there consistently. That's what built my consistency in working out. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I did see changes in the way, so over the next year and a half, at some point in there, I started to add lifting, 6 months into me doing Orange Theory consistently. I was going 5 times a week probably. Added lifting in. And so about a year into that, right? So now it's been like a year and a half of working out consistently. I was like, okay, why am I not, like, why do I still look like this? And again, I had like teetered back and forth between like losing a little bit of weight and then I'd like go back, because it was never on purpose. It was always like, I didn't know why I was losing weight if I was. And then I finally started to understand what it means that you can work out all you want, but if you want to change the way your body looks and your food and your nutrition isn't dialed in, then it's just gonna take. If I kept doing what I was doing, it would have taken me 30 years. Figured it out, and I can do a whole video on that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much anyone wants to hear me talk. But figured that out, and about like 6 months before that, I started coaching. I started coaching at Orange Theory. And in the last year have really started to make a lot of progress, where like working out in a way has nothing to do with food to me, and it never really has. Like, I have never associated like, oh, I'm eating today, I'm doing all this stuff this weekend, so I have to work out. I've never thought that way, and I'm glad that I've never like fallen into that, because I hear people say it all the time, and I'm like, no, like, that's literally not it. Please, like, oh my god, no. Anyways, yeah, like, awesome, yes, like, do move your body and enjoy the shit out of things sometimes. Like, everything, I can do a whole video on this. I don't even know if I'm qualified to do that, but sure. Now my workouts are strategic. Like, now obviously I've learned so much, and I got certified in my training, and obviously have more experience, and have started to take it really seriously in the last, it's very new. It's like the last year and a half I've taken it like very, very seriously. I started taking here's a good way to put it. I started taking working out seriously probably about 3 years ago. I started taking my nutrition seriously, started a year and a half ago. That is when I started to see the way that it was changing the way my body looked. The way my body felt 100 times better when I was working out, right? Like, I felt better than I had before. This is my timeline on my arm. Before working out, nutrition. Before working out, not good. Didn't feel good, whatever. During working out, felt stronger, didn't look good, so I didn't feel good. Figured out my nutrition, started to make progress. Strong, awesome, slay. Now, I work out because I want to be fast, I want to be strong. I want to put on muscle, and the way that I eat is to fuel my body for those workouts as well as reach my goals. I have big freaking goals for myself, and that's what we're doing. I want to look good always. I hate that that's such like a bad thing to say, but like, I want to lose fat so that I can be shredded. And for some reason that's like a bad thing to say. And I know that I'm no longer like I'm healthy. I could stay here. I'm so healthy and so strong. But what if I'm like, you know? So like sky's the limit. Let's just see what like, genuinely I believe you can do anything. I can do anything, you can do anything, okay? And I'm like, okay, let's see how far we can take this thing. I've already lost 40 pounds. Let's just see, like, can I get shredded? Yeah, let's do it. So that's what we're doing right now. I want to get fast. I want to get strong. That's where I'm at. Okay. Anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Any questions, let me know. If you watch this, thanks.